Hey everyone, welcome to the Aries December 2019 general reading. These are always for Sun, but Moon, Rising, and Venus signs as well. So be sure to check your other signs if this does not resonate for your Sun, Aries. What guidance does Aries need to hear, please? December 2019. Guidance for Aries, please. Wow, Aries. All right. So we've got some breakthroughs here, some revelations. Maybe for some of you, work or money, but I'm feeling for many of you, there's maybe some disagreements here involving the help that you're getting, even if it's around the home and family situations. Things are feeling maybe out of balance there. What is the most important message here, please, for Aries? All right, so the most important message we have, the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Cups. So with the Ace of Wands, this is about energy, a momentum to push forward, maybe new ideas, new ways to handle things, but it's about the energy and effort that's put into something, ambition, working on something. So for example, if it was working on, rebuilding a relationship or working on, ideas for your home business or work or something like that. But it is an ace, so it's an energy that you need to put the work into and start out fresh. The Knight of Cups, so this can definitely be creative work. This can be intuitive messages coming through, following your intuition and using your intuition as a guide. We have the Moon here and the Knight of Cups. And for some of you, it could be about coming from a place of compassion versus anger, versus fighting, figuring out the best way to use your words. Aries, known to be blunt. There's a lot of signs that have that bluntness about them. But sometimes it's about how you deliver a message, or this could be someone's energy towards you. Knight of Cups, it can be about someone wanting to ask you out on a date or going to a party or something like that, hanging out with friends. So we'll see where this goes. But what I'm seeing so far, Six of Pentacles, the Moon, Eight of Cups, Ten of Swords. For some of you, there can be some questions about finances and money with the Six of Pentacles. Maybe you invested in something. It could have been invested in business-wise, a relationship where you expected more out of it. And you're feeling like you're not getting what you expected. With the Six of Pentacles, it can be a lack of reciprocity back and forth. Feeling like you're putting in all the work. And, vice versa if you're cross-watching for Aries. Aries typically is known to put in a lot of work and effort. Mars ruled energy. So with the Moon, there can be fear, worry, or anxiety towards the situation. Some depression. This could be dragging you down health-wise with the Moon energy. But the Moon is also about using your intuition as a guide, using compassion. It's Pisces energy. With this Eight of Cups, you could have invested in something that seemed like a good idea at the time or worked for you at the time, but now it's not meant to be anymore and there's a need to move forward. So it's like cutting losses, moving away from a situation, or moving forward. We do have a new moon coming up, and it's going to be in Capricorn. The new moon solar eclipse in Capricorn, December 26th. So with the new moon energy, it's considered a dark moon phase. Okay, so there can be some unknown things, or because it's a solar eclipse, it can be bringing in new information, new ideas, shedding old feelings, shedding things that no longer serve you. And we have this 10 of Swords energy. So whether you recently walked away from something or did in the past, there could be feelings coming up about this matter, even if this was months ago or even a year or more years ago. So just keep that in mind. There are no specific time frames for these readings. The 10 of Swords can be about the end of that cycle. So this can be an old energy and an old cycle wrapping up, or this can be something that you're currently going through. But with the 10 of Swords, this is about moving forward out of difficulty. There seems to be a lot of mental stress here with the moon and with the 10 of Swords, not knowing or having all the answers. And at this time, it's best to use your intuition. So say if communication is off, communication isn't going the way that you want it. So we've got the Tower, the 8 of Pentacles, the 5 of Wands, and the Queen of Swords, followed with the King of Cups that came out with the Queen of Swords. So with the Tower, there can be revelations, shedding of old ways, shedding of old structures. So even if this was like a restructuring of a business or a relationship, you can be going through a restructuring. It doesn't mean that it's ending, but it can be a total redo. So whatever was not built on a solid foundation, needing to be rebuilt. And we have this 8 of Pentacles. So it's about putting in the work, or it could be a work situation. So, you know, you may have felt like you were putting a lot of work into something, but yet you weren't getting it from somebody else. This could be you speaking your truth about this, especially with the Queen of Swords energy, and, you know, hoping that your partner, whether it's business or love or somebody around you, is willing to put in that work. And if not, then you could be walking away from a situation, or, you know, it could be wrapping up a cycle here with this 8 of Cups. So this definitely speaks about eclipse energy. So with this 5 of Wands, this represents disagreements. Now these can be internal emotions, fears controlling you, or you letting them control you. Or this can be external disagreements. So this could be anybody around you, you know, that you're maybe having disagreements with, and there's a need to speak your truth. For some of you, you could have been holding back. But the Queen of Swords speaks. She says what she needs to say, and she communicates it. Now, with the Queen of Swords is the watery aspect of air. The King of Swords is straight up just air. So with the Queen of Swords having the watery aspect, because it's a feminine energy, and that's what I mean by the watery aspect of feminine energy, she delivers her messages precisely, and she will speak with truth, but she speaks with compassion. Okay, so that's something that sometimes people can misunderstand about the Queen of Swords. And with this King of Swords energy, there's a lot of compassion here. The King of Cups energy is compassionate. It's water. So there's care, there's compassion, there's truth coming out, emotional truth, things maybe that have been held back. But the King of Swords is about balance. So needing to find balance in communication, maybe things that have been bothering you for a while, so some internal stuff, but we'll clarify. But for some of you, there's definitely a need to really speak your truth, say what's on your mind. Don't hold back, but it's about how to deliver that message and how to, you know, rise above the matter, rise above the situation. Keep your vibe high. Sometimes we have to have these little conflicts and mini explosions in order to, you know, move forward. So sometimes you can't avoid those things. All right, so let's take a look at this 8 of Cups energy. 8 of Cups energy, please. I feel like many of you are going to be tapping into, you know, your emotions. Mars is in Scorpio. So with that being said, yeah, 6 of Cups, leaving something from the past behind. With the 6 of Cups, it can speak about the past, but the 6 of Cups can also represent a child situation as well. So maybe something from the past, maybe something involving a child. But keep in mind, Mars, the ruling planet of Aries and Scorpio, is in Scorpio right now. So it's going to dredge up some things from the past that maybe have been unresolved, matters that need to be transformed. So things really coming to the surface in Scorpio, water sign, a lot of emotions. Any kind of past matter that needs to be resolved. So definitely more of like a judgment type energy, rising up from a difficult situation and rising above it. Let's look at the Tower. Tower energy for Aries, please. Okay, we've got King of Wands. So that is Aries energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So this can represent a father figure, a husband, ex-boyfriend, some kind of father figure in the life. It is a male energy. It could be a female with divine, you know, masculine energy, but King of Wands. One more, please. So again, this could be representing business, work, a boss, a father, someone who's in power, even if it's a female energy. And we have the Sun. So the Sun with the Tower is going to be illuminating matters. Things coming to the surface, Mars and Scorpio, eclipses, right? Solar eclipse with the Sun. That solar eclipse, new moon at the end of December. And then we'll have another eclipse in January. So these matters can be illuminated that need to be transformed. So communication, work, love, whatever area of life, this is general. So, you know, sometimes with these little Tower moments comes conflict, arguments. Don't overthink this, you know, happening. If this is something that happened in the past or something that ends up happening here, this is just a way for a matter to be resolved. So with the Five of Wands, you know, guidance with this card is if you cannot resolve the matter with somebody and you cannot come to an agreement, sometimes the best thing to do is walk away. Even if it's for a period of time, you come back together, you discuss things, but, you know, things can be heated at that time. And with those disagreements, sometimes people need time to think about things. Let's take a look at the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords can definitely represent cutting somebody off. Yeah, we have strength. So strength and communication is needed, but with the Strength card, again, I'm going to repeat it, compassion. This card represents compassion. This is a sign of Leo. But in this card, the woman is taming the lion. The lion would normally be ferocious. She's taming it with love and care and compassion. And just like I said about the Queen of Swords, it's about compassion. No matter how angry you are, seeing things from a different perspective. Sometimes people mirror their issues and traumas on us, and we have to realize it's not about us, it's about them. So with the King of Cups, again, compassion here. Compassionate conversations, truthful conversations here. So wherever this is, you know, this can be speaking your truths anywhere in life. So work, relationship matters, no matter what it is here. But with this Ace of Wands energy as the most important message, this is saying, remember that, you know, there's going to be work that needs to be put into this. Energy is going to need to be extended and put into this matter, but it'll work out for the best. And we do have this Knight of Cups energy, which is very nice. So that's more of a compassionate, loving, caring energy here. All right, and I want to pull a guidance card here for Aries. Guidance for Aries, please. Yeah. Inner truths, Aries. Inner truths. Okay? Revelations, inner truths. This is about speaking your truth. Following your life path by using your inner truths here. So there's a little candle being illuminated with this girl in this photo. She's using that as her guide to light her way. Her inner truths, how she feels, speaking her truths. And there's two different paths here, okay? There's another path here to choose. There's all different paths in life. We've got this image that looks cold and wintry. We've got this one that looks inviting and loving. Which path are you going to choose in life? Okay, so inner truths coming to the surface, conversations, communications, even if you need to leave a situation that is not serving you anymore, like the Eight of Cups energy. This is about you following your heart and soul and moving along on your journey, doing what's best for you no matter what anybody thinks or says. I hope you guys have a great month. If you'd like to book a private reading or you'd like to follow me on Facebook or Instagram, that information is all posted in the description box below. Take care.